All right, so here is the video for the notes for preview evaluating. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the graph that's on the right to help us fill out the tables. This is going to help us get ready for the next day. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at this 4, and this 4 is an x value. Okay, so that means I'm going to look at the x-axis for 4, which is right here. What I'm going to do, and since it's an x-axis, I either have to go up or down to get to the graph. So when I go up, here's my graph, and its y partner is 1. And that was our goal, was to find that y partner because it was blank. In the next one, we have 3. 3 is a y value. So that means we have to either go left or right to go to the graph. So I look for 3 on my y-axis, which is right here. I go to the right because that's where the graph is, and I've hit it, that's what I'm trying to look for, and I drop down, and there's 6. So 6 is my x value. So in the next one, we have 1, and that's an x value, so I find 1. I go to my graph, but it's already there, so that's kind of nice. So when I look at my y-axis, that number is 0. So my y was 0. The next number we have is -1. So I find -1, which is right here. I go to the graph, and I have to go to the right. Here's the graph. That x value is 2. Let's look at number 2. So I have a 3, and that's an x value. So I find the 3. I go up to the graph, because I can only go up or down. Here's the graph. I've hit it. Go to the right. Here's the y. That number is 2. Next value is a 1, and that's the x value. So I go up to the graph, I hit it, here's that y value of 3. Next number is a 5, but that 5 is a y value, so I have to go to the right to hit the graph, drop down, here's a 2, there we go. Looking at the next one, we have 2 for our y value, so here's 2. Go to the graph, here it is, drop down, there's our x value of 3. I want you guys to try 3 on your own. All right, so here are the answers for 3. I put them in colors so that way you can check to see where you might have gone wrong. All right, looking at 4, okay, the back page gets a little bit crazy. So let's look at this. Our x value is 0, so here's 0. When I go up to the graph, well, it's already right there. So that y value is going to be 0. Next up, we have 4. That 4 is a y value, so here's that 4. But if you look left to right, there is a graph that you can hit on both sides. So y values can potentially have more than one answer. So we got -2 and 2 for this one. -1, here it is. Go up to the graph, that y value is 1. Looking at 1, that's an x value. So look at the x-axis, go up to the graph, that y value is also 1. All right, let's look at 5. 5, we have an x value of 3. Now there's no numbers here, so you're going to have to count. X value of 3, so 1, 2, 3, there's the 3. Go up to the graph to figure out y, that y value is a 1. Next we got -4. -4, we go backwards to the left, drop down to that to the graph, and that y value is a -1. Next we got 6. 6 is 1, 2, 3 is right here. Go up to the graph. Here's 6, and its y value is also 1. Next we got 2. That 2 is a y value, and that 2 y value is right here. So if I drop down to the x-axis, that's a 0 because the graph was already passing through right there at that y, which makes it a y-intercept. All right, why don't you guys try 6 and see how you do? Okay, so here are the answers for number 6. It's all color-coded so you can be able to check yourself. All right, I hope everyone has a good day. If you are absent, please make sure to turn this in to me.